What's up, friends? So I'm here to talk about espresso. But as you can see, I have no espresso machine. Espresso machines are expensive, and I haven't bought one yet. So I would like to have one day, hopefully soon. That would be nice. Gotta sell a lot more coffee to be able to do that, though. But I did want to talk about it. So firstly, what is espresso? Espresso is just a brewing method, to be honest with you. So when a lot of people ask me, hey, do you have an espresso blend or an espresso coffee? It's not a type of coffee or even a roast per se. I mean, most people do actually roast specifically for espresso because the brewing method is so unique. But espresso is really just another way to brew coffee, and you can use any coffee in it. Again, I think you should probably, if you're a roaster, you should probably roast specifically for espresso, because when you brew espresso, it makes everything a lot more intense. So I guess there is something to having an espresso blend or an espresso roast or something like that, but it's not a type of coffee, okay? It's a brewing method. So what is it? Espresso is basically pressure brewing, okay? So you got your big machine, they're like $20,000 because it requires a lot of equipment in there to do that, okay? So it's got a little hot water pool up there, and it heats it up really hot, and then when you hit the button or you pull the lever or however your machine works, basically it's gonna pressurize, right? You got your thingy-me-bob, which I can't remember what it's called. Sorry, folks. Like I said, don't have an espresso machine, so I haven't used it in a long time. But you get your espresso in there, and it takes that water and it pressurizes it, right? It runs it at 9 bars, so that's like, I think it's like 9 times atmospheric pressure or something like that. Basically what it's doing is it's taking that hot water and it's pushing it really hard through that coffee, okay? So it's not just letting the coffee kind of trickle through and pull out what it can. Like, think about the difference between using your hose and spraying your sidewalk off and then using a pressure washer, right? That pressure washer digs a lot deeper, cleans a lot more crap out, right? Kind of what espresso does. So that's the main key, is the pressure in the water. Another part of it is the actual coffee. So you grind espresso super fine. I don't think it's Turkish fine. There's kind of a balance to it. You want it to, it's much, much, much finer than your regular drip coffee, but you want it to kind of create this nice puck. So you put it in your, I'm sorry, I can't think of that friggin' term, but you put it in your espresso, you tamp it down, and you get it nice and even and flat, because that is going to be how you build up the pressure, right? So coffee binds. When you push down on it, it actually kind of like connects to itself, and the friction holds tight. So when you tamp that coffee down, it creates this like a surface, a nice smooth surface, and it actually takes some pressure to get through it, because the grounds have bound to each other. Just kind of like how rope, like if you rub it together like strings, it creates rope. Same thing, that friction creates a tension. So you got that, snap your espresso in there, you run your water in there, and so it hits that coffee, and you build up pressure, builds up pressure, and then pushes that water through, and it comes down and out. Why drink espresso? I don't know, it's good. Mainly you drink it in smaller portions, it's stronger, and it's a stylistic thing, to be honest with you. It's in America here, we don't drink a lot of straight espresso. Like, if you're deep into the coffee, you probably do, just because as you get used to it, you learn more. I mean, it's a ton of information on your palate right away. But it's a European thing, right? And so in America, where we usually use espresso is we usually use it in drinks. So you got lattes, cappuccinos, your caramel macchiato, so it's layered, all of that fun stuff. So espresso is super interesting, and I would try it. And I would try it with milk, to be honest with you. It's really hard to process the amount of flavor and information that's in a straight espresso shot. So what I get is, I don't have my cup here anymore, but a cortado. It's about 4 ounces, real small, and it's a little bit of milk with a little bit of foam. But what that milk does is it kind of stretches it out a little bit, so it spreads out the information so that you can taste it. I've had some with like 5 beans, and you're like, oh, there's this and that and this and that, and it's really crazy. And espresso is a lot of fun, and it's good. It is really good. It is a brewing method. Again, not all of us get to do it, so that's why when you go to a shop with a good espresso machine and a good roaster, it's fun to try their espresso because they can pull out things in that shot that you don't get everywhere else. Like I've had people say that they can make an espresso shot taste like a Snickers bar, that's nuts, right? So anyway, it's just a different brewing method. Go out, give it a try. Hopefully this has at least encouraged you to try something new. If it's helped you at all, please like, share, subscribe. Let your friends know so that we can wage war on bitter coffee. And that's all there is to it, right? Good coffee, good brewing, and you're on your way. I appreciate you. Thank you for listening and watching. Look forward to talking to you.